Now, I did save it right here inside of my assets, so we should be able to see it. Let's see. I thought I did save it here, but somehow I don't see it. Oh yes, here, quarter circle field. Excellent. So I'm going to drag and drop it here. Cool. Now that I have it, I'm going to double click on it to see it. Okay. Now make sure that the quarter circle is a sprite. Good. It's a sprite. Excellent. So now I have my quarter circle, but I need multiple of them. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to create a new object, right click, create empty, and I'm going to put it below, and I'm going to name this one color switcher object. Why color switcher? Because this is the object that will switch or change the color. And I'm going to take this quarter circle and put it inside of it. All right. I'm going to put it at 0, 0, 0. Then the quarter circle would not be at 0, 0, 0. It would be moved so that it's at the center. So I'm going to move it here and move it a little bit down. Okay, so here would do. And I'm going to duplicate that circle. But before I want to duplicate it, what we could do is we can just duplicate it, but we want to add a color to this, right? And we can change the color here, but that's okay. We can do this in a little bit. I don't have to do it right now. So I'm going to duplicate it. Just gonna click on it and Command D to duplicate, and I'm going to duplicate it 2 more times. So there's 4 of them. And I'm going to rotate them. So this quarter field 1, I'm going to rotate it on the Z-axis by 90. And now that it's rotated, I'm going to move it up. Excellent. Now I'm going to take the quarter field 2 and move it by 180. All right, so now I can put it up as well. As you can see, it's creating the circle. Good. And finally, the circle field 3 by 270, which is 3 times 90, and move it to the left. Okay. Now, it's all white, and there isn't any colors, but that's not a problem. We can easily add colors by selecting each individual ones and looking at the sprite renderer and changing the colors. So I'm going to put red. Then the one below, the field 1, I'm going to put, let's say, yellow. Then the field 2, I'm going to make it blue. Here, actually, the colors don't really matter. It's more for the aesthetic. So feel free to put any colors you like. And then this one, I'm going to put green. Okay. All right. Good. So now I do have the color switch object. It's a little bit too big, but that's not a problem. I can easily change that. But before I do so, what I want to add is some kind of a box collider with a trigger so that we know we got through this. So add component, box collider 2D. Now I see the box collider, it's way too small, but that's not a problem. Let's make it bigger. We can use the size. So I'm going to increase the size, and you can make it a lot bigger because it doesn't matter at this point. What matters is that the object goes through it. Okay, so a box collider this size is good enough. Now, the next thing I want to do is make it smaller. I'm going to click on it and scale it down. Right now it's at 1. I'm going to scale it down to 0.6. 0.6, 0.6, 0.6. Okay, so decent size. Now I can move it. Let me just move it right above, right here, so that we can see it. Cool. Now that I have it, what I want to do is make it rotate. And the beauty of reusing components is that I do have a component to rotate things. I can just click on the color switch, add component, and locate the rotation movement script that we created earlier. And it has a rotation speed of 1. We can make it maybe at 2 and see how it goes. I'm going to press play and see what we have so far. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's here and it's rotating. It's excellent. It looks great. Now it's not at the right position. So as you can see, things are like moving down. And you might be wondering what's going on here, right? What the heck is going on, right? What is this bug? It's actually pretty cool, but it's kind of weird. And it's actually very simple. The reason why is that we have the ball that's colliding with the color switch object that we just created. Why? Because we need to add a trigger on it. Click on is trigger, and that will fix the bug. Okay? All right, so now, as you can see, I can go through it, and it's all good. Cool. Now, we need to create the script that will change this to the actual color that we want. And to be able to do that, we need to create a new script. So whenever the ball is going to touch this object, this will change the color of the ball. And in order to do that, probably the best way to do this is to add that to each object and know what are the allowed colors that you can use. So we need to add this inside of each of these objects and again, create new prefabs out of this. And right now I'm going to take a quick break and we'll do this very soon. All right.